Okay, that looks like it works. That looks like it works. YouTube is connecting. I think we're all back. Let's see if Mr. Camera will work. Nope, not that Mr. Camera, this Mr. Camera. Hi! Hey, thank you for hanging in there. So I think I know what happened. The camera stopped lagging. Microsoft wanted to send an update. And so we got the update taken care of. And I thought I had this stuff set up to not go off until, like, you know, late after the live stream. But apparently this one kind of bubbled its way through there. So let's go ahead and get ready to see if we can make this work. Uh-oh. Volanta has got a big blank screen because we don't have Volanta going yet. Red Reaper King, welcome aboard. Thank you for coming back in. Canon Chua, it is nice to be back. Yes, we got a little matrixing there. Okay, let's see if Microsoft Flight Simulator will load. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, we got to turn on a few other things first. So you get to see all the turn on stuff that I usually do. Let's get SimApp Pro. And we're going to plug in some things. And here comes rudder pedals. That's important. And let's do that and that. And then the side stick, very important. And the autopilot, even more important. And the McDo, very important. Okay, all that looks good. Now we can get Microsoft Flight Simulator. Here comes Microsoft Flight Simulator. There we go. Okay, we're already, okay, Jake, welcome back in. Tim Dog, you decided to do a reboot? Yeah. AZ, welcome back in. So Microsoft Flight Simulator, uh-oh, you couldn't sign me in. That's not good. Shall we try it again? Watch, probably reset all my sign-in stuff. So there was an update that came down, and apparently when there's an update waiting to load or something like that, the system becomes cranky. It becomes cranky and stuff. Let's see. I need to. These are too tight. These are way too tight. They've got a little twisted. Okay, there we go. I argue with Airbus every time I fly. You argue with Airbus every time you fly. Okay, do I still have my flight notes? I still have my flight notes. Cool. Polyot, Mikey Moz wants to see Polyot argue with Boeing. Okay, that looks good. What else do I need to do? I think we're actually in pretty good shape. We just have to wait for the sim to load. WinWing is being a little cranky, it looks like. What do you actually argue with the Airbus about? I figure it probably behaves an awful lot like a... I think SimApp Pro has attitude now. SimApp Pro's being weird. Let's try it again. Please do what I want you to do. Boy, that would be nice. Okay. And let's try that again. Okay, the autopilot shut down. The McDo is not. The McDo may be a problem on this one. Oh well, we'll see what happens there. 777 is taking people to Orlando for spring break. Howdy, hi, Russ, welcome back on in. Thank you for coming in. I want to argue with every airline to make flying more affordable. It's time to bring back domestic wide bodies in the U.S. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Well, haven't done any traveling in years, so I wouldn't know. Asobo Studio. Okay, progress is being made there. Hey, I wonder if spy music works. Let's see. Let's do shuffle. And let's see if the now playing works. Hey, now playing works, so that's good. Good night, Sunjammer. Thank you for coming in tonight. Happy finally Friday. Happy weekend. Thank you for being here. Glad to hear today's a better day than yesterday. See you next time. Was autocorrect giving you a hard time there, Mikey? I'm shocked that that happens. Okay, what else do I need to start? Can't really do anything else. Air State WI says posture check. Hey, well, I'm kind of scrunched down right now, but yep, thank you for reminding me to do that. Getting ready to go into FNO. Friday night ops. What could possibly go wrong there? Okay, activating packages. Let's see how this works. What else can I do? I think we're sadly in a we've got to wait. We're filed on VATSIM, so everything is pretty much done. So we just have to watch this silly movie 100 times. Not as bad as the other sim. Wow, the old flight simulator was just so much worse. Did give me a chance to go and do a special trip over to the Blue Juice Saloon, though. So things won't be quite as desperate at the end of the live stream. Is it wrong to want to be going and doing the Rio Air Bridge tonight? Let's see. We could read War and Peace. Mikey is still in the old sim. Okay, what else can I do? Nothing else. 20%. At least we got past the, what is it, 14% that's always the bad one? I think it's the 14% that's always the bad one here. Something about fixing Bayern's defense and qualifying for the World Cup. That one does take a long time. I don't miss that. You know what I also don't miss? Remember loading into X-Plane. Loading into X-Plane and not being able to do anything. Don't touch your mouse. Don't touch your keyboard. Don't try and do anything else. X-Plane, you dare not even touch it. Otherwise, oh, that would be bad. I do remember the old music. Tim Dog is going to do BNA MDW in a Southwest 737-800. Man, loading sim objects was... Okay, now it's picked up. Now it's going faster. But I think the whole problem was because our friends at Microsoft sent something down. BNA is Nashville. Thank you, Tim Dog. I really have gotten to the point where I'm just afraid that I'm not catching all of the identifiers anymore. I'm just clearing some stuff out of my notes here because it is Friday night ops and you never know what's going to happen, right? Sim takes longer than 2020. The B-roll has gotten so old. Yeah, I really wish that they would give us the power to change the B-roll. Wouldn't that be nice? Let's see, did this work? Hey, this worked. Okay, that's good. We can clip that in there. I wonder if they will update it from time to time. The movie, I figure they're probably going to update it when they sell something. When there's some sort of a paid partnership deal that's big enough for them to want to re-edit the movie and stuff, that's when I figured they would do that. Watch, somewhere somebody is thinking about how to hack it with something from OnlyFans or something like that. Because they don't have anything better to do. That's the kind of crazy world we all live in. World data is being loaded. They might start doing it for world updates when they've sorted some of the sim issues out and focus on the new content. That's probably a better one there. I think you're right. That's probably a better one. That's right. Tim Dog reminds us that there was this thing called Stripper, not that kind of a stripper, over in 2020, and that could change that. It could be a little more interesting. Well, they need to change it a little bit more because it's still the same old pictures and stuff. It's time to see other things. Uh-oh, I think we're almost ready. Hey, there we go. Okay, let it just sit here after it's ready to load. I've really kind of found that if you know, as soon as the start button shows up, if you just wait for a little bit longer, wait for all these little movies to settle down. You see how they're jumpy and stuff? So if you wait just a bit, I think that makes the sim a little bit happier. Okay, let's go see what's happening on the exciting world of VATSIM. Let's make sure our airplane's loaded. Okay, it's going to be an A320, and it was going to load in Air Canada, so we need to go and get our other one. With the hot air balloon, we could recreate the infamous escape to West Germany by the East German families. I saw a video on that. I thought that was really interesting. The balloon frontier flight, but I did see that one. That was an interesting story. I wonder if those kinds of things, if that's going to be part of the content that comes into the new Berlin map that we're expecting in, that we're going to expect in DCS World. Okay, let's come over here. And we're going to go to KCIU. KCIU. Polyot is not still here. Just told you. Cloaking device has been activated. And here you thought that only JSG Droid had a cloaking device. Okay, is there anybody here? I see United 1959 over there. How about if I go to Gate 1? I don't think anybody's over at Gate 1 Medium. I think JSG Droid's over on the other side. So let's go to this gate. Uh-oh, there is an AI version of Polyot that is deployed. When the social battery is empty. Oh my gosh, what a great way to refer to that. Somebody might have gotten your cloaking device, JSG Droid. I'm just, you know, when your social battery is empty, I never thought of that. Man, there was a time when my social battery at work, at my last job, boy, did that empty so fast. There's a show on Amazon called Deutschland 89. You can't watch it in the US. With a VPN, I think that's part of the idea behind VPNs. Understanding social batteries. I think that is a really important concept. Seriously. Mikey's social battery is drained after 3 months straight of teaching. I can imagine, Mikey. Okay, I'm still having a problem with the McDo on this thing. It should be off and it's not. I'm gonna exit out of this one more time. And let's try and go back in and see if I can't make this work because it's being a brat. Like to be able to use the McDo on this. Okay, there is the side stick. There is the autopilot. And here comes the McDo. And the McDo works now. Cool. Let's do JSG droids panel state and cold and dark. That's good. Let's see if VATSIM will let us on now. Tim Dog's social battery has been running low all year. But Mikey, I can imagine, you know, being in the classroom like that. Southwest Flight 120 is about ready to depart out of Minneapolis, St. Paul. Happy landings, Loviz. Gotta be sure and let us know how your new stuff is working on the new on the Boeings. Okay, this is going to be FFT, and this is an A320. Loviz says it's weird using it. Just make sure nobody... Okay, there's a United that's behind me. I hope I didn't get in your way. Okay, I think we're ready to go and do actual airplane things. Dom T Gaming, are you gonna... It is. You got some tragic news from your home country, the Dominican Republic. Dom T Gaming, I am so glad that you felt like you could come on in here. Welcome in. I'm real sorry to hear about tragic news that happens. I mean, it's all over. And thank you for being here, Dom T Gaming. And if there's things we can do to help, let us know. If not, this is a place to come and feel normal for a little bit when things like that happen. JSG Droid is that United jet. I think we can turn on the plane. Let's turn it on. Nav and local light system number 1. Imports flight plan. Ah, we're late. Ground services. We're gonna need stairs. Jetway doesn't work here. Tyler's Games is back in chat. Welcome back, Tyler's Games. Okay, there we go. And FMGC, that works. I've had a full day of airbusing today. McDo menu, ATSU, air operations, flight init, and init a data request. So let's see here. We're on the US side of things right now. I don't necessarily think that we contact Toronto Center here. I don't think that we do that. I kind of think we just do our own thing. Okay, that looks good there. And received messages, and the load sheet is aboard. Let's go to do init and init request. So CTAF, CTAF until we get beeped. CTAF and 122.8. Now let's come over here. And I think that one of the things that'll happen, that was the camera. This should give me, it says my squawk is 2000. It did not give me another squawk code. And that's usually what it is there. So it did not give me a squawk. It does have my flight plan in there. So we'll kind of go from there. I prefer seeing METARs rather than TAFs. METARs are better. Okay, FFT, Frontier Flight 441. That looks good. Nav. I think I meant to say ATIS instead of TAF. I think I used the wrong word. I'm just going to make sure we're live and live. Live and live. Okay, good. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get the joke. I didn't get that one. I was making a joke about CTAF. I got it. Seriously, you're going to have to explain these, I guess. Okay, all this looks good. Cost index is 5. Cruise 360. Wind update and wind request. According to the airport, Chippewa County Unicom is 123.0. I would rather see. Hey, we're going to take all the jokes that we can get right now and return. Page B. Let's go put in our numbers. They missed a trick not making it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know. Those are the cool things, right? 57.2 is 0 fuel weight. Center of gravity is 33.2. Cool. Accept it and come over here. That looks good. Taxi is 0.173. 15 minutes is 0.632. Alternate is 1.41. Final is 1.02. Fuel planning's green. Okay, that looks great too. Let's come over and do some charts. Now, we didn't get an actual departure. One, 2, 3.0 is CTAF. That's absolutely right. There are no departures here. Coming into Midway, 04 right is what we're expecting. Did not get an arrival, so it's just going to be vectors. Bought a birds add-on, and there are so many birds flying around. I can imagine what's going to happen when those birds go flying into your engine. Departing on runway 34. Okay, so that looks good. So flight plan, departure information is runway 34. There is no SID and insert. Coming into Midway, our arrival is 04 right. We did not do a star via Alki. Via Alki. Oh. If only I had an adult beverage for this flight. Yeah, we're coming in via Alki. Okay. Alki's there. That's a good one. And insert. Got it. Let's go get our passengers. And over here to Phoenix. Mass and balance and load. 7 minutes of load time. If only the birds did that. The birds are cute. The birds are cute. Let's see. This is an American airline, so that means we like to run our APUs here. And there is Montana the Elk. So Montana the Elk today. Alcus is, yeah, well, yeah, that's kind of the same thing here, Rob. So I was making fun of that. I shouldn't. Also, yeah, I think it's kind of slang for drunk, yeah, almost everywhere. APU is coming up nicely. My flights, refresh. Altimeter is 3018 inches of mercury. 3018 inches and 3018. That looks good. Backup altimeter. Got that one too. Let's see. Coming on in here. Our departure is going to be off of runway 34. So that means it's a heading of 337 degrees. So we don't have to put that in now. We're going to go to flight level 360. No ATC at the moment. Let's just go ahead and go 360. Uh-oh. Chicago seems to be popping up here. Okay, Chicago has indeed popped up. So we got to decide if we're going to contact Chicago Center or just take off and have them talk to us. We don't have an ATIS for this airport. APU bleed. We're actually in Minneapolis airspace. And I'll bet they're busy in Minneapolis. What do you say we just blast out of here and see what happens? .133.4 or 132.42. I think we just got a nice raid. We did. It's Two-Tone Murphy, the home of the always full pint of Guinness. Hi. Two-Tone, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Our first flight is a Frontier flight with a big moose on the tail. So, because nothing says flying jetliners like having an airplane with a big moose on the rudder, right? Zybok is here, came in. Dougal is here too, welcome aboard. The alert sound did not play. I have alerts on. Hi, Super Typhon. Welcome aboard. There's some of those always full beer mugs. Thanks, Moose Fan and Zybok. The best emote on Twitch. If only the real pint glasses would do that, right? I do have alerts on. So I have no idea why.
Reinforcements incoming. More agents joining the spy flight.
Okay, there it is. Did you fire that off yourself? I bet you did that yourself, right? Let's see if Volanta will go on.
Subscriber confirmed.
Volanta's
Top
being a
clearance
brat.
granted,
Let's
agent.
refresh
Loyalty
Volanta.
noted.
There's Volanta. Okay, good. So Two-Tone also did a really, really nice resub. Hey, Two-Tone Murphy, thanks for the resub. Oh my gosh. Thank you for being here for 46 months, helping me to keep the lights on here at Spy HQ, saving me from a life of crime and everything else. But seriously, thank you so much. Thank you also for the really, really great videos that you do on YouTube, helping all of us learn how to do things better in the friendly sim skies. I think we're ready to go here. Our final load sheet's in. Let's do final load sheet. MuseFan said have a few more pints of Guinness. Okay, gee, if I have to. Let's see. Init, page B, 57.2. That's correct. 33.2. That is correct as well. That looks great. 123.000. That is CTAF here. $132.425 for clearance. I think JSG Droid says we need to go get a clearance. JSG Droid probably asked. Thanks, JSG Droid. We'll get a clearance. 132.425. Better to do it now than to get yelled at. Although it would have helped me out a little bit with my image, but still. Good evening, Outdoor Gamer. Minneapolis Center. Hello there from Frontier Flight 441. We are at Chippewa with the latest weather. We'd like to get clearance down to Chicago Midway.
Frontier Flight 441, Minneapolis Center. Clearance request standby number 2.
Sitting, I refuse to stand by. I will sit by. Standing by, somebody might get hurt.
1959, clearance spot available.
Ready to copy, clear, United 1959.
That's JSG Droid's new microphone, by the way.
International Airport radar vector health incentive filed. Maintains 5,000, expect flight level 340.
Airstate, I have no idea. I'm flying this one at the suggestion of others.
Squawk 161.
United 1959 cleared to Midway via radar vector Halso, climb 5,000, expect 340, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequencies with you and will squawk 1617 for United 1959.
At a 1959, readback is correct. Hold for release, flight number 1 for departure, frequency advice.
We'll hold for release and we'll go over to Unicom for United 1959, or over to CTAF.
Endeavor 5136, wind 006, runway 10, fly runway heading 0.
Airplane's loaded. Oh, we're 18 minutes left.
Frontier Flight 441 is clearance by clearance advised, available to fly for
Minneapolis, hello again. Frontier Flight 441, standing by, ready to copy clearance.
Frontier Flight 441, you are cleared to Chicago Midway International Airport as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 320, 1 departure. Departure is this frequency, squawk 6767.
Frontier Flight 441, we are cleared via radar vectors down to Chicago Midway as filed. Climb and maintain 5,000, expecting flight level 360 a little bit later on, and our squawk is 6767, all for Frontier Flight 441.
Frontier Flight 441, hold for release. Advise number 1 for departure. I can only get you one out, one at a time there. First change of CTAF is approved without usual.
CTAF for taxi, we will give you a call back on your frequency when we are number 1 for departure. Frontier Flight 441.
Cathay 807, descend and maintain.
Okay, let's go to 123.0 from here. And we're going to squawk 6767. 6767, that looks good. Everything's groovy up here. Let's do external power off. Here comes the fuel pumps. That looks really great too. Ground services. I'm going to close the doors. There goes our doors closing. There goes cargo. We're going to wait for JSG Droid. I'm going to get rid of these and that. We'll leave chocks. Nah, parking brakes are on. We can get rid of those too. Let's do our departure perf. This is an untowered airport. So... there we go. All of this looks good. Let's come on over to our charts, and we're good to go there. Okay. Everything's good down here. Climb and maintain 5,000.
United 19, we are pushing back from the gate for runway 34.
There goes JSG Droid. And Loviz is coming in from Minneapolis. That airplane looks so much smaller than our A320. Maybe it's just the angle we're looking at it, but that one looks just smaller. Loviz is about ready to hit Chicago Center. JSG Droid is flying the 737 MAX. So this is our that's the iFly MAX, huh? Can we celebrate that JSG Droid is getting to fly? Absolutely. He has absolutely been missed. JSG Droid's been doing a lot of overtime at work right now, and that's great, but welcome back into the friendly sim skies. You do remember where the on switch is, right? Well, the Boeing's got more switches than just on. Loviz was flying to Jakarta this morning. Oh, you're going to do that later on, earlier tomorrow? So first thing tomorrow morning, you're going to be doing that, Loviz? Cannon Chu is doing some celebration. It's been a while since I've flown the MAX, so you got to remember anything. Loviz says there is an event tomorrow morning from WSSS to WIII. That sounds like a pair of country music radio stations down where Burt Reynolds likes to drive fast cars with Coors beer. Yeah, remembering all the switches in the 737 is a little bit difficult. I'm going to wait until that airplane gets going before we start up. We might need all the extra fuel that we have here in our airplane. I'm going to start squawking here. JSG Droid is going to give it a shot. I'm actually been sleeping a little bit later, so they'll need to be in bed by 7 p.m. Pacific time to get sleep. I'm finally starting, after years sleeping, just a touch better. Not much, but just a touch better. And I've got to tell you, it's really nice. Captain Whip is going to do that flight to Jakarta. I have some flaps out. I bet I have to have my hydraulic pumps going. Lovis is taking a Singapore 777, but it's not that long of a flight.
Kavala County, United 1959, we are taxing to runway 34, Kavala.
We're just going to push straight back here. Starting one. Wolfie is coming back to Saturday morning flights when you get back home. How much longer before you get home? Because I know you've been on a bit of a trip. Singapore flies the A350s on that route. Parking brakes on. Release the tug. One month left on Wolfie's big tour away from the flight simulator. JSG Droid is grateful to have remembered the generators.
1959, crossing runway 28,
And good start there. Starting engine number 2. Number 2 starts. Jazzy starting music. No bad vibrations. Generator switchover's good. Avail. Started back to normal. APU bleed is off. APU is off too. Disconnect the pedal. Control checks. Elevators are good. Ailerons are good. Trim's going to be down 0.6. There we go. Flaps are going to be 1. I think we need to recycle our flaps though.
Information regarding your safety on board can be found in the in-flight magazine. We hope you have a great flight.
Because our flaps were off earlier. Also giving them a little bit of time because I'm going to imagine that we can't just blast off immediately. Cool. Okay, flaps 1. That should be good. Speed brakes. Auto brakes. Nose light. Cabin call. Okay, out we go. Taxiway Bravo. Parking brakes off.
Kavala County, United 1959, we are short of runway 34. We are switching over to Minneapolis Center. Final call. Kavala.
Chippewa traffic, there is a Frontier Flight A320 coming out of the terminal. We are taxiing via Bravo, crossing runway 10, heading down to runway 34, Chippewa. Out we go. This is a fairly decent, doing good. Takeoff config check. Takeoff config is good. Wind shear is set. United 1959, your mic is low. How low can you go? Oh, a different kind of low. Sorry. Wig Bill, is that your line? Ah, okay. I see a United up here. I don't hear them on frequency. I think JSG Droid's down there on the runway. Hello, another United 737. I think low vis. JSG Droid is departing.
Subscriber confirmed. Top clearance granted, Agent. Loyalty noted.
Phil 36 just came in with a nice resub. Phil's been here for 2 months right now. Phil, thank you so much for some nice support. And thanks for being here for 2 months. Chippewa traffic, that Frontier Flight A320 is going to head on over to Talk Center. Happy landings, Chippewa. And there we are. Phil, thank you so much for the nice support. Welcome back in. Minneapolis, hello again from Frontier Flight 441 all the way up at Chippewa Airport, holding short of runway 34, number 1 for departure.
Frontier Flight 441, release for departure. Transport time in 5 minutes. Off the ground in 5 minutes. Contact Minneapolis Center. This is the presentation. To advisory.
Back to advisory, and then we're going to give you a call after takeoff. Thanks so much for Frontier Flight 441. Strobes. Chippewa traffic, that Frontier flight's back on frequency for an advisory. We are taxiing onto runway 34 and departing. And we'll say goodbye this time. Happy landings, Chippewa. Make sure nobody's coming on in there. I don't see anybody over there. I think that runway, that the extended part of the runway was probably something that was, they made it a long time ago for bombers or something.
Subscriber confirmed. Top clearance granted, Agent. Loyalty noted.
Okay, let's just go ahead and switch it now, because we're going to be busy. Runway heading on departure. And make sure It should be 3, 4, 5. That should probably be good. Let's see. Phil, no. Kakaret gifted a sub to Tyflops. Did I say that right? I think I did. Kakaret, thank you for gifting a sub. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thanks for a little bit of an extra boost, and thank you for being nice to Tyflops too. Shall we get going? Thanks again for gifting. I sure appreciate it. Throttle's up about halfway. Engines are stable. Looks good. Manual, flex, SRS is set, auto thrust is blue. I think we do call before takeoff and then go back over what we call airborne. V1, go and rotate. Positive climb gear. There's Kakaret in there. Hey, thank you for coming in. That was nice. You've been lurking. Well, you know what? One of the things is lurking is entirely encouraged here on Twitch. It's the only place in the world where it's okay to lurk. Lever climb. Thrust climb. AP. AP's got us. Still got a little flap out. Don't need speed brakes. Minneapolis, hello again from Frontier Flight 441. Has just
Subscriber
departed
confirmed.
from
Top
Chippewa,
clearance granted,
passing
Agent.
2,800 for
Loyalty
5.
noted.
Frontier Flight 441.
Subscriber confirmed.
Center radar
Top clearance
contact,
granted,
climate change
Agent.
flight level
Loyalty
360.
noted.
Turn left direct south.
Climb and maintain flight level 360, and we're going to make a left turn. And I guess that was Papa Lima November for Frontier Flight 441. Flaps up.
Frontier Flight 441, that is affirmative.
Left turn, direct Papa Lima November, Frontier Flight 441.
Minneapolis, United 1.
J Phil's just gifted some subs to the community. Hang on a sec, J Phil's. Let me find my waypoint here. And JSG Droid gifted a sub
United 177
to
minutes.
Kakaret.
Departure clearance point
My
5
gosh,
minutes.
so
Ground in
nice.
5 minutes. Contact Minneapolis.
J Phil's, thank you for
5 minutes.
gifting some subs. JSG Droid, thank you for gifting a sub.
Well, advise on CTAF.
And thank you for
entering
awesome
runway,
jet fuel
we'll
on the
contact,
flight plan.
clear for takeoff. We'll contact you again once airborne. United 177.
Low Viz has moved a few things around. So there's Low Viz's new cockpit with the new McDo. Oh, no, FMC, Flight Management Computer. That is no McDo. That's a Boeing, right? I think it is. That actually looks really, really nice. That's a good-looking setup there. J Phil says to hydrate, and I really appreciate you reminding me to do that.
New recruit detected. Welcome aboard, Agent. Stay
And
sharp.
direct to PLN and insert. There we go. It's got us. Mr. Minimite, did I say your name right? This really looks nice, Low Viz. What a great cockpit. Mr. Minimite, thank you for a
Shamrock
follow.
9,
Welcome on
Mike,
in.
Minneapolis Center, welcome aboard.
Okay, flaps are up, speed brakes are down, gear is up, and we are off. Isn't it great to have, yeah, I was really getting sick and tired of how dark it could be, coming up on 10,000 feet. And J Phils, thank you again for reminding me to do this. especially when it was really cold this winter. Otherwise, I would have just fried my voice. Padawan Ken is flying with us today. Going to Midway is Southwest Flight 3992. See you in Midway, Padawan Ken. And landing lights, nose lights,
Subscriber
10,000 foot
confirmed.
cabin call.
Top clearance granted, Agent.
And
Loyalty
out
noted.
we go. There is Outdoor Gamer just came in with a nice resub. Outdoor Gamer, thank you for a 9-month resub. And I think everyone's having a pretty amazing week so far. Yeah, but I was just trying, I was horsing around there, J. Phils. Now, I've got to be careful with it. So those reminders really do mean a lot. Thank you.
Subscriber confirmed.
J.
Top clearance
Phil's just
granted,
gifted
Agent.
2 more subs.
Loyalty
Thank you so
noted.
much. That was awesome. Thank you for gifting 2 more. I really appreciate these. Thank you so much. They've dropped off a little bit. I think it's that way all over Twitch. It's not just here. So thank you for the extra support. I think we're all kind of headed for some bumpy roads and stuff. So I really do appreciate, you keeping this this crazy thing going here. So thank you so much. And there we go there. I think we're in good shape. Let's do performance. And all is right with the world. Is the bot being drunk right now? Great. J. Phil says to stretch. And if you're flying with me, this is probably hour number 5 at least of flying. So you should probably stretch along with me and move around a
Minneapolis
little bit.
Center, United 177 is airborne, passing 2003-5.
I think that was the 737 that was on the ground with us back in
Radar
Chippewa.
contact, climb maintain flight level 340, proceed direct Pelston.
Flight level 340, direct Papa Lima, November, United 177.
Montana, the elk is flying. J. Phils, you'll get your new cockpit together. Oh, really? How long before are you planning a move? How long before you're going to move, J. Phils? And Tim Dog says, check this out. There's Tim Dog's departure, a very nice Southwest departure. That's a nice one. Tim Dog, thank you for sharing. Pauliot, thank you for going through the hoops to make it happen, so that we can keep sharing some groovy photos. Sorry it takes an extra step. J. Phils has already ordered everything, really. You just have to put your man cave together. Good luck with that. Actually, though, those are kind of cool things to get to build. Those are fun things to build. Passing 17,000 feet. Tomorrow's first flight is Budapest to Lviv. And it's Saturday night ops in Budapest. And there's been actually, every now and then, there's some really nice ATC in Ukraine, too. J. Phils is going to be flying on an 86-inch TV. Can't imagine what that's like. I mean, my little 27-inch, I like my monitors here, but I can't imagine something, really big like that. Tim Dog says that is the Tennessee 1 livery, and that is appropriate for Nashville. I thought that was a Texas livery, Tim Dog, so that's a Tennessee livery. And everything looks good up here and good down here. I think we're in good shape. 91 miles to top of climb. And Midway. And view ATIS. No, but, J. Phil's getting to build little places like that, where all the cool things are that you like is really nice. Outdoor Gamer tried all of this in a 120-inch TV. Did it not look right because it was like laggy or something? Because I have a slightly bigger, older television, flat screen TV that I tried to put it on, and it just looked grainy and it was a little bit laggy, so I decided against it. Decided, not that great. Outdoor Gamer, it looked like it was kind of stretched out, huh? Oh my gosh, I actually typed faster than Polyot? That never happens. That never happens. I never type faster than Polyot is ever able to do that. Irvi, you've got a few. Irvi is flying with us too. Yeah, this was that United. So there's Irvi blasting off too. Looks like you might have a little bit more snow on yours too. I didn't see that much snow going out, but to be honest, I wasn't paying attention. You've typed a lot this week, and you passed a test this week too. You passed a test this week, so 3 cheers for you. I'm sure your fingers are tired and need like massages and stuff. And my gosh, thank you for a middle of the spy flight hype train. That was super nice of you. Again, thank you so much for an extra hype train and an extra little boost there. The fields do have a little bit of snow on Irvi's departure. Outdoor Gamer is on a 16-inch laptop display, and you don't mind it at all. I used to play X-Plane on my Mac at work.
Mark 9, Papa Mike,
yes, I played X-Plane while I was at work. Nobody knew. They all thought it was a screensaver. I still get a little bit of an evil laugh out of that.
Mark 9, Papa Mike, is going to maintain flight level 380.
I still get an evil laugh.
Flight level 380, Mark 9, Papa Mike.
Well, we got a little frontier flight thing in here. That's about it. No chocolates in this one. Rats. There is a picture of UH Polyot on a keychain hanging from the HUD. JSG Droid is doing what droids do best, climbing to flight level 340 and cooking up 1.5 pounds of beef short ribs in the air fryer in 10 minutes. You see, I wouldn't have, even if I wasn't live streaming, we're going into Friday night ops into Chicago. I'm like focused. I couldn't even get up if I had to. Hey, Farmer William, welcome aboard. Long flights while you're working, you can set up a taxi in 30 minutes, then set the AP. And see, that was a big reason why I did it too, Tim Dog. I mean, I worked over in a corner of the building where nobody ever came back except if they were going to ruin my day. So it wasn't much fun. And I could go and have that, and it was nice pictures to look at, while I was crunching weather information. You do that to stop you getting distracted by your PC when you should be doing something else. J Phils, you did something over on Discord. I didn't start Discord yet. Hang on. I gotta get that. There's Discord. Hang on. Tim Dog says it's really cool in Chase Plane in cinematic mode. Okay, IRL. Let's see if I can find IRL. That's news, global, memes, space, popcorn. Oh, IRL, right above food. Food. Oh, okay, so this is sort of a monitor setup here. This is an interesting monitor setup. That's pretty cool. How do you like that? It looks like you kind of fly
Minneapolis, United
far away
1959,
from
we're
that. Is that
approaching 5
nice?
minutes away.
United 19.
So this is
59.
J.
Yep, 5's
Phil's
about all I can
setup.
give you, then I'll start looking ahead and out to Chicago. Let me know when you're back.
Roger
Oh
that.
my
I'll-
gosh,
we'll
Farmer
call you right
William,
back.
you had 3 of us? You, Murph, and London Controller all together, really? That's actually a really cool setup. A very nice setup. Okay, what else have we got? Outdoor gamer, your setup is a mess. You broke your screen on your other laptop. Your main laptop has screen damage to the top right. You know, it's really, really hard, especially with laptops, to keep them in good shape like that. Dublin to Barcelona while you were working. See, I kind of like being able to do that. And if you're not taken away from your job, I think it's great. Just so people know why we sometimes permit...
Amrock 9, Papa Mike, center maintain, flight level 320.
Center maintain 320,
Okay, thank you for posting that, Paulette. That's kind of the reason why. J. Phil's loves simming on TVs and rather than monitors. Okay, all of this good. So there's not that much going on and everything's in a holding pattern. Well, that's a great thing to do. That's right, one drop with some of these laptops and your screen's toast. Okay, all the lights are good. Nothing else to worry about up here. Everything's good there. We are 32 miles from top of climb and 260 miles from Chicago Midway. Okay, I think we're in good shape. Midway, here we come. I've been really, really lucky, but then I try and take really good care of my phone. That's about the only thing that I could drop. And it's just been holding on for so long. I'm sure it's not in the best shape, but you know, there you go. Anything else? Irvi has a broken light bulb, so ignore the darkness. So this is Irvi's setup. It's actually pretty cool to get to see some of the setups there. That's a nice monitor. So you've got a nice side stick there. You've got a very good spot for your beverage, I see. That's a great beverage spot. Nice monitor off on the right side there so that you can... So that you've got your,
correction, Alaska
I
17.
like really
Flight
having
level
this up there
320.
too, Irvi. You know,
Alaska
being
17,
able to
Minneapolis,
see
center, welcome aboard.
V-Pilot is really kind of helpful,
Okay,
I
and they
think.
gave me direct Mullen Pass, Alaska 17.
Alaska 17,
This
Roger,
is a
thank you.
good setup. Your airplane looks clean too.
Minneapolis, United 1959 is back on frequency.
Center 1959, welcome
Yes,
back.
a beverage holder down here is very important. I've got like a coaster and a mug heater. A coaster and a mug heater and stuff to keep it going here. Although I think the mug heater is going to probably... I'm trying really hard to get as off that as I can. Hydrospace wants to suggest that maybe we should have a setup channel on Discord. So this is basically a place to, you know, show us your cockpit. Your sim cockpit?
United 1959, contact Chicago Center 126.87 tonight.
Chicago 126.87, United 1959. Thanks so much for getting us out.
126.87. Irvi says the Asobo Max is really good in Sim Update 2. Have we heard any idea about how long it's going to take before Sim Update 2 is coming? I don't know. Some people are going to get kind of cocky about that there, Irvy. Really. And then, and what's going to happen with people from the UK? They're going to start their garden hose spigots and stuff like that. I mean, that could get you into some real trouble. Also known as, I believe, EKAH. Well, Polyot will get to that. Polyot has been studying hard and taking a class all week, so that's the important thing. That's right, we don't want to be dicking with something like that. Not at all. Nope, 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 nope. Actually, here in the U.S., when I got the sailboat, I've got one through the hull fitting, one through the hull fitting. And I replaced it. It was an old, it really was bad. So I replaced it with an actual, real, and in the U.S., at least at the sailing store, it was called a stopcock. And that is the valve that, and it basically, a through the hole fitting is a hole in your boat. And this was an actual valve that you could close. And that, for me, was basically a bilge pump. Polyot went to an attraction in the UK called Dickens World. One of the things inside was a Victorian school. You got shouted out by the headmaster and threatened with a cane. Oh my gosh. Did you just basically sit there? I heard in that day you could basically get in trouble for, giving somebody a nasty look. Or were you deliberately trying to cause trouble? Is there something called Dickens, cider? Really? That sounds cool. Dickens cider. Is it just a branding thing, Irvy? Or is Dickens cider, what they would have been drinking in the days that Charles Dickens was writing? Dickens cider is, it's an off-color pun. Harold Tim, thank you.
Mark 9, Papa Mike, contact Chicago Center.
Oh, okay, I think I get it.
2637, 9 Papa Mike, have a good one.
I fell into that one, didn't I? I thought that oh, wow, that's something you could get that was really cool. No, it was a great joke, Irvy. Here, hang on. You definitely deserve that one. Polyot says that it was a pretty cool place. They made it look in parts and smell like Victorian London. No kidding. And halfway through the whole ride, some guy comes out with a cart. Bring out your dead! Bring out your dead! They did. That's what they did in the time. Yeah, in Victorian. Oh, you shouldn't feel bad about it at all. I thought it was funny. And if you went over to the food attraction and stuff like that, and after you had your Victorian food, if you got an upset stomach, my guess is that they offered to, bleed you or treat you with leeches or something like that, right? We're not always PG here, Irvy. We get to have some fun every now and then. We don't do it that much. I mean, seriously, when we do things like that, it only helps me as I try to achieve my bad boy image. So there you go. Don't even think of feeling bad. Loviz is at a nice flight and is on final. You blame it on Friday and beverages. See, that's what we can blame it on everything on. Mostly the beverages. Well, it is Friday, and
Minneapolis Center, Delta 2355.
it's so nice to get together with friends like this, be able to share a beverage and a plane
Delta
and some
2355,
fun and some
Minneapolis
jokes.
Center. Good evening, cleared to the Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport. Radar vector Shea, then as filed, maintain 5,000, expect flight level 360.
78 miles to top of descent.
Departure, this frequency, Squawk 4254.
ILS 4 right approach is still good.
Clear to Minneapolis via radar vectors to Shea, then as filed 5,000, 30, flight level 360, 10 minutes after. Remain on this frequency 4254.
3021.
2355 readback is correct. Call
Temperature
for taxi, expect runway 18 for
9.
departure. Green Bay altimeter 301.
08087.
We'll call for taxi and runway 18. We'll expect 3016. Thanks. Delta
18,000
22.
feet. Barrow.
Frontier Flight 441, connect Chicago Center 12.87. Good night.
132.87 for Frontier Flight 441. Thanks. Have a good weekend.
Frontier Flight 441, 126.87, 2687.
126.87. Big difference. Thanks for helping me get it right. Have a great weekend from Frontier Flight 441.
Yeah.
Chicago Center, here we come.
Climb, maintain flight level 230.
230, American 83, thank you.
Chicago Center, very good afternoon from Frontier Flight 441. About 60 miles from top of descent at flight level 360, direct to Oscar Bravo Kila.
United 545, maintain 300 knots in transition, cross fire at 11,000, the O'Hare altimeter 3019. United 545, cross fire at 11,000, O'Hare
We were
altimeter
late on this
3019,
one.
maintain 300 knots.
Maintain 300 knots, altimeter 3019, crossfire at 11,000 feet.
United 3685, clears direct fire, cross fire at 11,000, maintain 300 knots. Clear direct fire, fire at fire 11,000.
Minneapolis is a good one. Detroit's another one.
Chicago Center, United 2483 with you, follow 320.
Shamrock 9, Papa Mike, turn right heading 240.
Right 240, I'm Papa Mike.
United 1959, contact Milwaukee approach on 118.0.
Milwaukee approach, 118.0, United 1960.
Someone else call in, was that 2483?
Affirmative.
United 2483, Chicago Center, hello. American 1020, descend and maintain flight level 200.
Down 200, American 1020.
Frontier Flight 441, flight level 360. Hello.
I'm sorry, Frontier Flight 441, yeah, I got you, stand by.
My aim is to entertain. Irvy, that is a great place to be. All is right with the world.
United 2483, descend and maintain flight level 200.
Down to 200 for 2043.
Okay, we're good to go. Let's chill. Chicago,
Shamrock
here we
9,
come.
Mike, descend and maintain flight level 220.
Flight level 220.
And Montana the Elk is happy on the rudder.
United 1122, cross Tinder at flight level 230.
Good Center, level 230,
Frontier Flight 441, descend and maintain 14,000, General Mitchell altimeter 3019.
3019 on the altimeter. 14,000 now for Frontier Flight 441. Hydrospace, this is new for you, isn't it? You have had a new CTD. You've had a few of them.
24.
Holy moly, check out Tim Dog's flight deck. That looks really good, Tim Dog. So you can see Tim Dog Tim Dog's running the this is the iPad McDo, right? That's an iPad McDo there. This looks really good. The monitors are set up great. Oh, check this out. You've also got some of your instruments over there too. So you can pop out the instruments over there and have those on a bigger monitor to see that. Tim Dog, that's really nice as well. That's really good. Oh, I see an autopilot. I see a Boeing autopilot down there. That looks nice. Very, very awesome controls.
Chicago,
Really, really nice. Very nice setup.
American 1020, maintain 300 knots.
I don't know. I was thinking we needed to black that out. There might be kids watching there.
Center, hello,
Ken and
Vision
Chua.
Jet 43291, flight level 260. 43291, Chicago Center, hello.
Okay, everything's good.
Chicago, good evening,
I'm going to stretch and move around a little bit. Is it too early to start talking
I'm
about
sorry,
dinner
I did not
time?
get that. Say again.
American 2500, 320, 66.
Hydrospace, you hardly ever get CTDs? So Hydrospace, was it the same kind of CTD that I was getting? Were things getting, jumpy and stuff like that?
We're leveling off 230.
Tim Dog says that was Stu, connected to Apple TV, really?
American, I'm sorry, who's
So mine, I think, got fired off by Microsoft sending down an update and the computer being a butt about it.
American 83 heavy traffic, Chicago Center on 134.87.
13487. Thank you, sir. Good night. Appreciate you being here.
Okay, Shamrock 9, Papa Mike, turn left heading 180.
There was orange
United
Gatorade.
2483, maintain 25.
Irby will probably, it's probably time for me to go and cut up some vegetables. I'm trying to do more,
We'll do our best for 280.
more vegetables and stir fry and rice. Probably gonna make shrimp stir fry
Frontier Flight
with
441, contact Milwaukee approach 118.0.
118.0 for Frontier Flight 441. Thanks. Good weekend.
At 545, contact maintain 5000.
5000, United 1959.
Milwaukee approach. Hi there from Frontier Flight 441. Passing flight level 300 for flight level 140.
Frontier Flight 441, Milwaukee approach, Milwaukee altimeter 3019er. Descend to maintain 13,000.
Now 13,000 and 3019 on the altimeter for Frontier Flight 441. 3019. You have no idea what kicked the PC, but it's fine. You'll just continue flying. Yeah, so I kind of feel like what happened here was it was an update. I thought I had it, like between the hours of 1800 Zulu and, the next day, maybe something changed that it would not bug me. But this has happened, I think, twice before now. Once before, so. Another thing to look at.
Endeavor 4929, contact Chicago Center 126.87.
What is between the mouse and the iPad? A piece of cheese? For cheesy jokes, low vis head, but minus 214 at Midway. Remember, Midway has short runways, so I think that is a great landing rate. And low vis, how were the controls on your flight? This was like your first big flight with those controls on VATSIM. Did it make flying the 737 so much better? See, for me, I can respond to my ATC so much faster with the autopilot. Tim Dog says that that's a homemade dial box. Outdoor Gamer has got it 4 a.m. It's the weekend. Holy moly, Outdoor Gamer. Have a great evening. Thank you for coming on in. Catch you next time. Good luck with that 4 a.m. wake-up call. Important safety tip. Try and move all the hammers and stuff away from your bed, between you, your bed, and your alarm clock, because it helps you when you have the urge to just start beating on that alarm clock. I'm going to do seatbelts. There we go. Turns off the alarm in the sleep anyway. Got it. Got it. I think I've got a route discontinuity in here, but my guess is that's after OBK to Alec. So I'm just going to leave that in for now. Probably a good idea. Potato Lazy's in. Welcome aboard, Potato Lazy. Remember, we've kind of changed the schedule here, so we're going to continue Saturday, Sunday, and we're flying on Monday. Monday, we're going to do vectors to Copenhagen. That's sort of like Frankfurt Friday on a Monday. So vectors to Copenhagen on Monday. Outdoor Gamer has got a 3-hour drive tomorrow for an event. Oh,
Subscriber
really?
confirmed.
Hey, Outdoor
Top
Gamer,
clearance
be sure
granted,
you get
agent.
plenty of sleep for
Loyalty
that. You don't want to be
noted.
tired for the drive. Good luck with that. See you when you get back home safe. Potato Lazy just did a nice resub. Potato Lazy, thank you for 6 months and a really, really nice resub. Thanks for helping me to keep the lights on here. Salvatore is back in chat. Welcome aboard. ZLP says beer cheers. Reese is back in chat. Reese, you resub when you get time. Salvatore, this is the Phoenix A320. We're flying it as a Frontier Flight Airbus.
Frontier Flight 441 flying 290 vectors for sequence.
290 is the heading. Vectors for the sequence for Frontier Flight 441. This is why we board extra fuel for vectors for the sequence. Risa, I hope it was a good kind of busy for your week. Absolutely a good kind of busy for the week. Tim Dog made it before getting the mini FCU.
United 1959, turn right turn heading 090.
Right heading 090, United 1959.
Oh, really? So maybe we should start Monday an hour earlier? An hour earlier on Monday for vectors to Copenhagen. So the spy flight's departing at 1800 Zulu on Monday. Thank you for that. Wow, that's awesome.
That's the border, so that's why I'm sitting around here like this.
You never loaded Midway? We're flying out of Copenhagen on Monday, but if we want to fly in, we need to start earlier. Oh, okay. So 1900 Zulu is okay this time, but if we're ever going to go the other way, we need to go an hour earlier. Got it. Understood. Yep, we are departing out of Copenhagen. So it's actually vectors out of Copenhagen. You want to fly into, so Loviz, do we want to flip-flop those airports to fly into? Or swap the airports so we could start an hour earlier and swap the airports. 3019 and 3019. We could do that very easily. Okay, Loviz says we want to fly in.
1959, keep the right turn coming 140.
So for Monday, departing 1800 Zulu, and we're going to depart out of Edinburgh. And we're going to Copenhagen. And that way we will get vectors into Copenhagen. We've got our vectors victored. Thank you for that. It is a great sunset. JSG Droid needs the flight tomorrow. This is a flight out of Jakarta. It's a VATSIM event that Loviz is doing early tomorrow morning. Really early. But it might be a good one because Loviz has been able to whip up a few other pilots to fly along. Loviz says
Frontier Flight 441 flying 260.
260 now for Frontier Flight 441. Your schedule has the wrong IC cows. It should be EGPH. EGPH, not EGBB. That's wrong. EGPH. That is correct. Thank you for that. That would have been Birmingham. The roller coaster runway. Salvatore, I have 3. I have a main one in front of me. I have one off to the side for charts and stuff, and one off to the other side for this live
Flight
stream.
level 320 for 1414,000.
Sky 177, Milwaukee approach, Milwaukee altimeter 3019, or send maintain 5000.
Descend and maintain 5,000.
CLP7 said American Airlines,
Descend and
and
maintain 5,000. Sorry, I had a massive brain fart there.
that was a captain image and a 767. They are not 4K. No, they're like one
United
step below.
177, fly heading 270 vectors for spacing.
270.
They're like
vector
27-inch
for spacing,
Acer monitors from Best Buy. Nothing really great, but they look awesome. They look great. The sim looks great. The data looks great. I can write a letter on them. I can also watch a movie, so it's really nice. I've been real happy about
United
it.
1959, fly heading 180.
No,
Heading
I'm on
180,
open
United
descent right now. I'm open descent. Irvi is confused. Welcome to my world. That's like every day for me. I think we're still working on specs. There's some older specs right underneath the video window on Twitch. We've been making a bunch of changes here, so we're kind of putting stuff back together. I'm going to 13,000 feet.
1959, Kenosha, altimeter 3019.
3019, United 1959.
The paperback should be all over the place. If it's Amazon, it should be either or.
Frontier flight 441, flighting 170.
170 now for Frontier Flight 441. They should be everywhere. Actually, yeah, you should have, the PDFs I sent to you so that you'd have something to read when you were doing hospital stuff and all. Salvatore, I use a side stick, so it looks just like this. It looks just like this. I got it, the one from WinWing.
United 1959, contact
And it's a
Chicago
really
approach,
nice one. I do
125.0,
recommend the
thank you, help.
WinWing for sure.
Chicago approach 125.0, United 1959. Yeah.
Dead game time. FNOs are always a good time. Always a nice extra challenge. It's nice to have books in bookcases. You found them? They are on
Frontier flight
Amazon.
441 to 7, maintain 5,000.
5,000 now for Frontier Flight 441. I don't want you to get all excited at the moment, but I did find myself the other day kind of sitting back with just, a blank piece of paper, sketching out stuff for mission number 4. That's a long way away, but it was really kind of fun. Have you seen PAP 3? I have not. Next day delivery. You're kidding. I
Milwaukee approach, Southwest
next day
3909,
delivery,
I
because
park
I
next
thought
to the
mine
group.
was, all of those I
Frontier
thought
Flight
were going to be a
441
print
flagging
on
0980.
demand. 090 for Frontier Flight 441.
Southwest 3909.
I can't imagine that they're
Flight
just
number one.
sitting at a warehouse in the UK. I would imagine it's their print on demand stuff. I think it would be awesome, you know, if they were just sitting, you know, right there. You know, some really, really nice, you know, books, maybe right next to, you know, some wizarding books or something. All have free next day delivery. Wow. Well, it's no race today. You had to take a test yesterday, and so yeah, it's no race today. Irby says this is really cool. There's Irvy's airplane. Irby took off with us from Chippewa, and so there's Irvy's departure. Yeah, the sun on the horizon's really pretty cool, isn't it, Irby? It's really nice.
And approach good there, United 5845, currently at 1 flight down.
United 5845, Milwaukee approach. Milwaukee altimeter 3019er. Expect the visual approach runway 7 right.
Visual 17 left, United 8%.
Landing lights.
And just cover altimeter.
Nose light. Cabin call.
United 5845, 3019er. Just to maintain 7,000.
7,000, 3019, United 85, correction, 5845.
United 177, turn right turn heading 090.
0 right turn, United 177.
Frontier Flight 441, turn right heading 180.
Right turn now, 180 for Frontier Flight 441. Doing all sorts of S turns here today. Tim Dog's flight deck has a lot of command strips and dual lock.
Over 42 Victor, that's going to be me.
It's 4 degrees outside. I'm just going to go and do some engine anti-ice. We're flying through all these clouds. I don't want to ice up.
United 5845,
It's
negative
not really a
7,000,
chill out
7,000,
flight
yeah,
anyway.
906.
7,000 because I believe our last waypoint is in chaos.
And after K's, then you're supposed to proceed direct to field.
Okay, so far so good. This isn't all that crazy, but we're also in the Phoenix A320 with a great autopilot. It really makes all the difference in the world.
November 42 Victor, over clearance size ready, copy. Over 42 Victor, cleared to the Midway Airport by radar vectors direct. Maintained 1010,000, squawk 4356.
Alright, 42 Victor, radar vectors and direct is 10,000.
There's OBK. I don't feel like we're making all that much progress getting into Midway.
United 5845, turn 30 degrees left, descend to maintain 4,000.
30 degrees left. You always have to do math when they say 30 degrees left like that. It's sort of like, I'm busy. I don't have time to do math.
Over 42 Victor, back correct. Call taxi, expect runway 9er.
Frontier Flight 441, contact Chicago approach 125.0.
125.0 now for Frontier Flight 441. Thanks. Good weekend.
Thanks for the help.
And Griffin 11 Alpha Super, you can proceed direct Duffy.
Direct Duffy, Griffin 11 Alpha Super.
Barge 6, Mike Romeo.
Information
6 Romeo, go ahead.
Relax, cancel, flight following.
November 6 Mike Romeo, squawk and maintain VFR, radar service terminated, have a good one.
296 from Romeo.
Ticket 2779, request weather climb, we're currently at 5,000.
American 2779, climb maintain 15,000,
Baga!
direct Comiskey.
Welcome aboard, Baga.
15,000, and what was the direct low point again?
Comiskey, it's the first point in your flight plan.
Roger.
Chicago, good evening from Frontier Flight 441, heading 180 degrees at 5,000 feet with information, Romeo.
Last call, say your call sign only.
Frontier Flight 441.
Frontier Flight 441, roger, Chicago departure, send maintain 4,000.
4,000 now for Frontier Flight 441.
Yeah, 2618, contact
So
Chicago Center,
fast that we can
121.27
just respond to this is just amazing.
121.27, United 2618.
Limburg 2710 level.
What a great airplane. It's meant for
Limburg
congested
4510.
airspace
Roger, I'm
and
still waiting on Center to take your
vectors,
hand off.
Victor, and all that other
worries.
stuff. I'm serious. This, if I were a pilot, you know, 100 years younger, I'd want to be in something like this.
Departure American 1137, still holding a 160 heading.
American 20, sorry, was that American 2779?
American 1137.
No live animals in cargo compartments. I guess we're
American
not supposed to do
1137,
live
roger.
animals
I
in
handed
the
you up
cargo
the center
compartments.
a while ago. It's 121.27. There's a chance, you know what, I lost my internet. There's a chance that that's when that happened and you didn't hear me.
Roger that. What's the frequency?
Oh, that's Buster,
It's
really?
121.27.
Oh, okay.
121.27.
So that's why you like flying Boeings, because Buster can fly in the
Walker
Boeings.
495, same for you if you're still on frequency.
121.27, we'll see you, Walker 45.
Limburg 4510, contact
Buster
Chicago
flies
Center
business
134.87.
class, of course.
13487 Limburg 4510.
November 291, you can descend and maintain 4,000 now and proceed direct to the field.
Out of 4,000 and
Direct to the field.
Lufthansa 809, just to confirm it.
Of course, if it's an A380 flight, Buster gets the first class suite.
Last call, say again.
Lufthansa 809 heavy, just to confirm, I did not get a frequency change.
Very good dog.
Lufthansa 809 heavy, sorry,
Except when
121.27.
Buster is chewing on
121.7,
low vis's rudder cables. That's usually a problem.
Departure, good evening, United 284, 5,000, flying heading 300.
United 284 heavy, Chicago departure, your radar contact.
D-Cache
Simon
Videos
maintain,
was MKE
15,000.
approach.
5,000, United 284 heavy.
Hey, welcome
American
in.
27,
D-Cache
29,
Video,
West
thank you
Chicago
for
Center,
coming in today.
121.27.
Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Corey, welcome aboard. Are you Corey that always used to put the ghost
Yeah, it's
emotes in?
121.27.
Welcome aboard. Welcome back in, Corey. I hope you've been doing good. Oh, and you're also on YouTube as well. Hi. Yeah, you had that cute ghost emote that you always used to put in here.
Last call, say again.
Let's see. Your old pooch used to time the P time when you were given clearance to enter the islands.
Subscriber
That's the
confirmed.
way they do it,
Top
right?
clearance
The
granted.
way they do that. Birthday
Loyalty
Bear,
noted.
welcome. Wolfie just gifted a sub to D-Cache Videos, our Milwaukee approach controller.
Jet
Hey,
291 has
thank you,
executive
Wolfie,
flight.
for being nice to
291,
D-Cache
you are
Videos.
clear for the visual approach.
2WA
runway
Raj
16.
is back on VATSIM. Welcome on in.
Chicago departure, hello, November 2817 Echo, 8,000,
180 miles west
Taking
of
care of the
Colton,
controllers
DHL.
is so nice of you.
November
Thank you.
17 Echo, Chicago departure, roger your radar.
That's it. Corey, I will welcome
Deal
back
Delta
in.
3019.
Hey, thanks for coming in. I
3019.
hope all is well in your world.
United
Perfect. Good
1959,
evening,
Terminal
Griffin.
setting
Three
one.
Bravo,
And thank you for coming by. If you haven't flown in a while, Corey,
Griffin
I gotta
11
tell
Alpha
you,
Super Contact Chicago
the,
Center 134.87.
airplanes, a lot of changes. It's really been great. It's really been cool.
24.87, Griffin 11 Alpha, bye-bye. And Griffin 3 Bravo Super.
I should maintain where you fly level.
Uh-oh.
Southwest 873, climb and maintain 15,000. Proceed
People
direct
talking
evac.
on each other now.
Comment in 15,000, proceed, evac. Southwest 873.
Chicago Approach United 1959, you were blocked on our heading.
That was for United. Sorry, who was that again? Say it again.
United 1959.
United 1959, roger. Turn left now, heading 210.
Left heading 210, United 1959.
And Griffin 3 Bravo Super,
Yeah.
passing 4,000, heading 70.
United 1959, contact Chicago approach on 128.2 with the heading.
128.2 and with heading 210, United 1959.
It's probably next for
Southwest
us.
873, Chicago Center on 134.87. See ya.
And there's our ILS up there off to the right on the map, so we're all set there.
Griffin 3 Bravo Super,
No
Chicago,
kidding,
departure
Irby.
to radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000, proceed direct Duffy.
15,000 direct Duffy, Griffin 3 Bravo Super.
Yeah, my EFOB is about twice what I need because we boarded that extra 30 minutes of fuel for this. But
Frontier Flight 441, traffic at your 2 moving to 3 o'clock eastbound will pass over you is a Super Airbus, caution wake turbulence.
Frontier Flight 441 does have the traffic.
Departure Skywest 5661, 3,500, climbing 5,220 on the heading.
Skywest 5661, Chicago departure radar contact. United 284 heavy, speed direct Olin.
Direct Olin, United 284 heavy.
I guess that's it.
Chicago Approach United 1959, no one responding at 128.2.
Uh-oh. Salvatore, thank you. We should have a good one. It's going to be a little bit hard on this one because
so
they're
that was,
very short runways where we're going.
It should be 121.27 for the last call. What's your
121.27 for United 1959. Okay, thank you.
what direction are you headed? Yeah, 284 heavy contact Chicago Center 127.77.
2777, we'll see you, United 284 heavy.
Chicago departure, United 2216, climbing 5,000. Flying runway heading.
Skywest 5661, proceed direct PQ, climb and maintain 15,000.
Direct PQ up to 1.
Bring the map in a click.
Skywest 5661.
Fairwinds 324, contact Milwaukee, approach 118.0, see ya.
Contact Milwaukee, approach 18.0, ET.
And a
2216,
nice
Chicago
view of the
departure radar
downtown
contact,
Chicagoland
direct level,
area.
climb maintain 15,000.
How about that? There's the Hancock building.
2216.
Looks really nice. Navy Pier looks good tonight. Gonna get a nice view right down the river, it looks like.
Skywest 5661, contact Chicago Center 127.7.
And there's got to be a place down here that's got some special pizza just waiting for us. Yep, right down the river. And there's what's left of Meg's. A nice tour of the shoreline tonight. F1 Racer, happy Finally Friday. Welcome in. And looking good here. Yep,
November
Wolfie's right.
291,
In the
runway
sim,
16 clear to land.
we absolutely have MiGs.
And Vision Jet 291.
ZLP7, love is in the air. Absolutely.
Taxi with you, Vision Jet 291.
Our departure, hello, United 35 Lima, passing 2000, climbing 5000, heading 070.
Yeah, 35 Lima, Chicago departure.
Nice lighting,
that was
too.
Kind of broken, but you're
Wolfie says the last time we went to
maintain
MiGs, we took the
15,000.
tri-motors in there.
Repeat please for United 35 Lima, Eagle working.
Yeah, this is Montana the Bear, the Montana the Elk. So Montana the Elk.
Repeat for United 35 Lima.
Yeah, 35 Lima, proceed direct E-bake, climb maintain, 15.
Loviz says not windy tonight in the Windy City.
Proceed direct eBay, climb maintain 15,000, United 35 Lima.
So one of at 250 for 2216.
United 1959. Contact Chicago approach 128.2.
128.2, yeah.
No
we
Swalls
sent
is
over
back in
for
chat.
United.
It is kind of a sad story, I think. No Swalls. Yeah, it is. And the way it was done was pretty kind of low.
Okay, 2216.
Kind of, you know.
Still waiting on your handoff.
Little
so,
shady.
The speed restriction still has to apply until center releases you.
Okay, we'll stay at sub 0 for 1.
What a nice night to be in Chicago. Meet some friends at Lou's for pizza. And just a
What
fun
about
night.
Griffin 3 Bravo Super, now beam Duffy 150?
Chicago departure.
I got an airplane kind of coming right across the bow here. It's about 5 miles straight ahead. I'm looking for lights.
United 35 Lima. Did you have a question for me?
Negative,
Straight ahead.
Roger, just making sure.
And it's right at our
And
altitude.
2216 contact Chicago Center on 134.87.
I don't see it at all. Up there it is. There it is right there. Couldn't see their lights or anything.
4.87, the EI 2016.
PJ Express, welcome in. Happy Finally Friday. Pizza cheers, brew cheers. Thank you for coming by. USMC vet is shocked to hear
Griffin 3 Bravo
that things
Super?
might be considered shady with that government in Chicago.
Griffin 3 Bravo Super, Chicago Center on 134.87, sorry.
You used
Great,
to work for
134.87,
STAT MD. Is that the
Hello from
sticker on the
United
dash?
177, currently at 5,000 feet, heading 180.
You're talking
United
about this
197
one?
Chicago departure, Roger. The O'Hare altimeter is
So
3019, descend and maintain 4,000.
Medevac, this right here, you used to work there with this.
Descend and maintain 4,000, United 177.
And I'm guessing Medevac, that was in case there was a problem. Somebody was sick back there.
84. Did you depart?
They had the fish instead
Midway?
of the chicken. That's why we always have the lasagna.
Roger, contact Chicago approach on standby. Contact Chicago approach on 128.2. You should have never been sent to me.
Apologies. Chicago approach,
Southwest 1984, Chicago departure, radar contact, climb maintain 8,000, turn right heading 250.
turn right heading 250.
November 5, Foxtrot Mike, contact tower 135.2.
1652, have a good night. Good job.
Delta 2470, 11 miles from Midway, maintain 3,000 till established on the localizer, cleared ILS 184 right approach.
3,000 to establish, cleared ILS 4 right, 2470.
Delta 2470, maintain 170 knots or greater till Sicko.
170 or greater till
Sicko?
Chicago approved, Jeffrey 452.
Sicko? Oh, what a great waypoint. We want to go direct to Sicko.
JetBlue 452, Chicago approach. Midway altimeter 3021, expect the ILS 24 right.
Altimeter 3021, expect ILS 4 right, JetBlue 452.
Chicago approach, hello there, Frontier Flight 441. 4000, heading 180.
Southwest 2036, Chicago approach, hello. Midway altimeter 3021, expect the ILS 24 right approach.
Chicago approach, hello, Frontier Flight 441, heading 180 at 4,000 feet.
Frontier Flight 441, Chicago approach, hello, turn right heading 330.
Right turn 330, Frontier Flight 441.
United 1959, turn
I
right
got
heading
beeped by that guy, so
330.
Irvi, if you were saying that I got called, maybe they were going to head me over.
Delta 2470, contact tower 135.2.
1352, have a good one.
Tim Dog got a big detour.
Approach service 36, passing at 6,500, descending by the arrival, and we have information remaining.
Southwest 2036, Chicago approach.
Nice view out the window here. It's going to be a
approach
nice
from Mount Q.
approach tonight.
Okay, 321, straight ILS 4 right from Mount Q, service 36.
Southwest 1984, clear direct Bacon, climb maintain 2000.
Bacon.
Clear right, Bacon.
Oh, we got some great waypoints tonight.
Southwest 1984, climb
Sicko
maintain
and
2000.
Bacon.
Climb maintain 12000, clear direct.
Frontier Flight 441, fly heading 310, expect the ILS runway 4 right approach, midway altimeter 3021.
3021 on the altimeter, now heading 310 degrees, expecting the ILS 4 right for South Frontier Flight 441.
United 1959, turn right heading 010, intercept the localizer.
010, intercept the localizer, United 1959.
Southwest 2036, clear direct LQ.
ALQ. It's not Alki. It's ALQ.
Approach Southwest 27.
What fun is that?
6,700 to cross Haley at 6,000. We have Romeo.
Southwest 2754, Chicago approach.
Oh,
expect the ILS
Sitco. I get it. It's
ILS
not
4 right, Southwest
Sicko. All right,
2754.
Lovis, I get it. It's
Southwest 1959,
Sitco where you
10
get
miles from Midway,
gas.
maintain 3000.
Oh, that's no fun. It should have been Sicko. Sitco. Jeez.
Is that United 1959?
Affirmative.
United 1959, clear for the ILS approach for United 1959.
Frontier Flight 441, turn 10 degrees right.
10 degrees to the right. Frontier Flight 441.
JetBlue 452 to set and maintain 5000.
Set and maintain 5,000.
I don't know what was said, but I'll do the sound for you,
United
Boeing Baga.
1959 at Sitco, contact tower
I
135.2.
forget what it was, though.
At 60, contact tower 134.2.
Hydrospace says there's a small airport off to the left.
Southwest 1984, contact Chicago, set at 121.27.
Flaps 1. Speed brakes. Auto brakes. Good to go. Uh-oh, they're bringing us in tight. Lovis's dad worked for Sitco until they got bought out.
Southwest 2347, Chicago approach, midway altimeter 3021, expect the ILS with a forward approach from LQ.
3021 and expect the ILS 4 right from Alaki, Southwest 2347.
Oh,
Southwest
Alki.
5741,
It should be Alki.
5741. Southwest 5741, expect the ILS with a forward from LQ. Expect the ILS 74 right at R2, Southwest 5741.
Chicago approach, Southwest 312 with you at 6,000, come up on Haley.
Southwest 3102, Chicago approach, Midway altimeter 302, what expect the ILS ready for right approach?
Expect ILS 4 right approach, Southwest 02.
And approach is armed. I think we're almost ready. First flight tomorrow.
Southwest 5741, fly
Budapest to
heading.
Lviv.
Fly present heading.
It's Sunday night opposite Budapest.
Southwest 2347, fly present heading, maintain 6000.
Present heading, maintain 6000, Southwest 2347.
Southwest 4741, once you maintain 6000, maintain 2 at 0 dot.
I think LK, but that's because there's a Q, and that would okay.
Southwest 5741.
That makes sense, Tim Dog. I'm just looking for silly things to call
That's
them.
Indy, maintain 210 knots, Southwest 2347.
Hi, security man.
2667.
Welcome aboard.
Chicago
Happy
departure, radar
weekend,
contact. Say altitude.
security man.
Chicago departure, Southwest 2667, checking in.
Last aircraft calling, say call sign.
Call sign.
67.
Southwest 2667, Chicago departure, radar contact. Center maintain 4000, fly heading 050.
This is the case 4000, fly heading 050, Southwest 2667.
Chicago approach, good 18 feet on 518 for Bravo 8.7 for Haley at 6, 250 knots. We
Wonder if there are going to
Romeo
be any biz jets taxiing around
JetBlue
Midway today.
452 to center maintain 3000.
Center maintain 3000, JetBlue 452.
Frontier flight 441 to center maintain 3000.
3,000 now for Frontier Flight 441.
Southwest 2036, maintain, have I cleared you?
No.
Southwest 2036, 15 miles from Midway, main descend to cross Sitco, 2,400, cleared ILS ready for right approach.
Southwest 400, cleared ILS for right, Southwest 656.
Southwest 2036, maintain 170 knots, still Sitco.
170 knots, Sitco, Southwest 656.
JetBlue 452, turn 10
Gonna
degrees left.
slow it down to 180 when we get about 3 miles from the ILS here.
Frontier flight 441, turn 10 degrees right.
10 degrees to the right for Frontier Flight 441.
Southwest 2754, cross Ulsick, and I maintain 4000.
Port Ulsick at 4000, Southwest 2754.
Southwest 2667.
Security man, you got a tiller. Isn't it nice? I think it's really awesome, security man.
Parker approach, good evening, Southwest 538, 8,800, cross to the
November
Irby
518 Sierra
says
Bravo,
that the
Midway
MAX 8 is
302,
handling the
expect
heading
ILS
changes
for
really well. So once SIM update 2 comes out, we've got to give that
JetBlue
airplane a
452,
try.
turn 10 degrees left, maintain 180 knots.
10 degrees left and 180 knots, JetBlue 452.
Southwest 5741 to center maintain 4000, maintain 180 knots.
Maintain speed 180 to center maintain 4000, Southwest 5741.
Southwest 2347 to center maintain 4000, maintain 180 knots.
Center maintain 4000 for 180 knots, Southwest 2347.
Flaps 2.
Frontier flight 441, turn right heading 010, intercept the localizer.
Right turn 010, intercept the localizer. Frontier Flight 441.
Southwest 2036, contact tower 135.2.
152, Southwest 656.
Southwest 538, Chicago approach, Midway altimeter 3021, expect ILS for right approach.
2021, ILS for right,
Southwest 5741, turn 10 degrees right.
10 to the right, Southwest 5741.
Midway grounds 118075.
Frontier flight 441, 11 miles from Midway, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS ready for right approach.
Clear for the ILS 4 right, maintain 3000 until established. Frontier Flight 441.
Southwest
Got the
5741,
airport,
turn
got
right
the
heading
runway, gear
220.
going down.
Turn right heading 220, Southwest 5741.
Snagging the localizer.
Southwest 3102, cross Ulsick and maintain 4000.
Hey, Ulsick at 4000, Southwest Charter.
Frontier flight 441, maintain 170 knots till Sitco.
170 knots now until Sitco for Frontier Flight 441.
JetBlue 452, turn 10 degrees left.
10 degrees left, JetBlue 452.
November 518 Sierra Bravo, cross Ulsec out of maintain 4000.
Ulsec out of maintain 4000, 518 Sierra Bravo.
Southwest 2347, turn right heading 220.
Right heading 220, Southwest 2347.
Frontier Flight 441 at Sitco, contact tower 135.2.
135.2 at Sitco for Frontier Flight 441.
JetBlue 452, traffic is at
I
your 1
think
o'clock,
all of that
3
is
miles
under security man.
northeastbound,
It's
Airbus
all
320,
under
3000 is sitting on the
exclamation point equipment, I believe.
Just inside.
Try that one, security man.
localizer. JetBlue 452, vectors to the localizer for spacing.
Vectors for the localizer for JetBlue 452.
Southwest 5741, clear direct Caden, intercept the localizer.
Approach is armed.
Clear direct Caden, intercept runway 4, right localizer, Southwest 5741.
Southwest 2347, clear direct Caden, intercept the localizer.
Direct Caden, intercept the localizer, Southwest 2347.
JetBlue 452, clear direct Sitco, intercept the localizer.
Direct Sitco and intercept the localizer.
They're moving some airplanes around here.
Departure Southwest 4180.
They're moving a lot of airplanes. I figured everybody would be going to Chicago, but everybody's coming to Midway tonight.
2754, turn 10 degrees left for sequencing. 10 degrees left.
Sitco, speed.
Southwest
Flaps are 3.
4183.
Auto brakes, speed brakes, gear down 3 green. Good to go.
2000.
And tower at Sitco.
Direct earned up to 1.
Midway ground 118075. (135.2) Midway Tower. Good evening. Frontier Flight 441 is about 4 mile finals to 4 right. Midway Towers 135.2. 135.2.
Frontier Flight 441 with 1006 now, runway 48, clear land.
4 right, clear to land. Frontier Flight 441. I say autopilot's off. It's time for skill and daring, overcoming fear and anxiety. That's the family motto.
South 2036, right turn on Yankee, hold, and contact ground 118.07.
That's Yankee 117, suspect 56.
Got time for about
Good
a
evening,
minute
Midway
of
Tower,
predictions.
50, following the company in front of us.
Only a minute.
Southwest 350, roger, hold short, 4 right.
Hold short 4 right, Southwest 350.
Ann Macon, did I say that right? Welcome aboard, Ann.
45, right, 4 right whenever you get us
Thank
off.
you for coming in today.
Southwest
Welcome
45,
aboard.
roger.
Hi, Vinyl Rabbit.
100 above. Minimum.
Landing. Those pappies are a little weird.
Tower JetBlue 452, ILS 04 right.
Light slow. 40, 30, 20, retard.
Second, is that JetBlue 452?
April, JetBlue 452, runway 04 right. Approach.
Okay, JetBlue 452, may I reduce the minimum approach speed?
Reduce minimum approach speed, JetBlue 452.
Actually, 450, actually, disregard that. Runway 4 right, clear land with 1006.
Straight line, runway 4 right, JetBlue 452.
Midway information Sierra, wind 1006, altimeter 3022.
Let's get beyond that hold short line. Let's get beyond that hold short line.
Frontier 441, just taxi just ahead there, hold on Yankee and ground 118.07.
.07, yeah, we're getting beyond your hold short lines and we're clear of them now. Frontier Flight 441.
Southwest 2036.
And ground 11807, looking good there. APU coming on up. Midway ground, hi there from Frontier Flight 441, just off 4 right at Yankee Sierra. We're right behind the Southwest that's jaxing out.
Frontier Flight 441, Midway ground, hello, stay parking.
Parking. Sorry, I know that's not funny. Whatever's convenient for you, Frontier Flight 441.
Frontier Flight 441, I'll give the real life Midway gate, Frontier gate. Taxi, let's have to do a slight U-turn to, actually disregard to do that, just Bravo 3 by Yankee. Bravo 3 to 5, okay,
Okay, Bravo 3 via Yankee now for Frontier Flight 441. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Bravo 3 via Yankee. Oh, that's easy. There's Bravo 3 probably right in there. Let's get out of the way.
Down, dropping 453 let's say parking.
Parking.
We don't have a specific schedule for parking. 452, Roger, Bravo 5,
And that looks pretty good. Nose light going off, bleed going on. And Montana the Elk has made it, and a nice arrival. That's probably perfect right about there. Parking brakes going on. Let's come on down here. Squawk can go off too. APU is up and running. Engine number 1, engine number 2 shuts down. And we've got fuel pump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's great too. And let's do the beacon going off. Seatbelts can go off as well. Emergency external power just got popped in. Deboard the airplane. And we'll come over here, see if we actually got the jetway to come out for us. So jetway. Nah, doesn't look like it. We're going to have to do some stairs. Open some doors. And, oh, we did get that. Let's get rid of those stairs. Whoa, stairs. Gone. I didn't see it moving. Did I actually get the right gate here? I think I don't know if I got the right gate over here. So said Bravo 3. I think I hit Bravo 2. I think Bravo 3 was the one right here at the end. By that JetBlue over there. But we made it. Holy moly. No landing gear. So Vinyl Rabbit, one of the things is it looks a little bit weird, especially if you're just jumping in and checking this flight sim stuff for the first time. One of the things is we didn't check our landing. That's the last thing that the simulator draws is your is landing gear. So that's why. Check out all of our little twists and turns today. We were all over the place. This is a short runway, so definitely did not want to dawdle on the runway here. How did we do? We were a little bit short, minus 445, so we kind of hit the ground a little hard, and we were a little bit short of the runway, but not too terribly bad, I'm going to say. Not a bad flight at all, and they're so short here, so... let's see. Anne, have you ever seen PIA? Is that the airport Peoria, or am I, or do I not know what that is? JSG Droid is just to the left, and JSG Droid flew United, and it was a minus 145. So there's JSG Droid over there, and that's a great landing rate. Again, these runways. Oh, Pakistan Airport. International Airlines. I think we've been at a VATSIM event where there were those. I think I was probably flying a cargo flight or something that day. But we could do those, and you could fly any airline, even fictional airlines here. You get to do those sorts of things. So, that's the really cool thing about all of this. Hey, Wolfie, thanks for coming in. Time for us to start wrapping up here. If you're brand new to Spy Flight, thank you for coming by today. I sure hope you are doing well. We've got some flights all set up for tomorrow. We're starting off Budapest to Lviv. That should be a fairly nice flight for us. We've got a couple of others. Probably some nice, Oh, Loviz, that's where we recognize it, PIA to Skardu. Yeah, and we do that. We do that flight not all the time, but yep, Skardu is definitely one of the flights that we enjoy. Also on the flight plan for tomorrow is Ankara, and we're also doing Lagos. So we've got some really nice exotic destinations and stuff. So I hope you'll be able to join us for those. Our departure time is going to be 1900 Zulu, as it always is. Good time for me to say a very big thank you. Thank you so much for being here. There was some really generous gift subs today, and I have to say a huge thank you for that. Those are kind of down all over the place, so thank you for adding a few. Really appreciate that. And also, thank you if you're over on Patreon, being secret agents, special agents, and double O's. Thank you for some awesome jet fuel in the flight plan, but mostly, as always, can't say a big enough thank you for being here and flying with me. The airports, the airplanes, we've got such cool things to fly around with. So thanks for being here. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Some of you have been also coming in saying how much you appreciate the fact that we're keeping this normal and calm and cool, and thank you so much for noticing. We really try hard to do that, so thank you for coming in. It's been a while since we've seen Slant Alpha Adventures flying around. So Slanty is in an older airplane. I think it's one of my scary planes. I think Slant Alpha Adventures is flying the BAE 146. Panic. Wow, look at the airplanes getting right off the runway here. Thanks again for being here. I hope you're doing good. I also saw that some of you, the Lviv event has been canceled. Oh no. We'll chat about it on Discord first thing tomorrow morning and figure out what it is that we want to do. Let's plan that. Thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well. If you're not doing well, if you're getting over surgeries or colds or anything like that, please keep getting well soon. I hope you're going to start feeling better, and I will look forward to seeing you at 1900 Zulu tomorrow. In the meantime, until then, thanks for being such great Flight Sim friends. Have a wonderful evening, and as always, keep staying safe, keep staying healthy. See you in the friendly sim skies, and cheers.
Oh my god, we got the raid from 757 Spy just in time. Our approach to Midway. And I'm going to go ahead and get the forward-facing lights on now just so I don't forget, but that's normally done with the landing clearance. I'll take manual control of the aircraft. Check in with tower.